When looking for the king of podcasts, you're at the wrong channel.
Well, excuse me!
Looking for good ideas for life? You're far from good hands.
Hey, bud, what's your problem?
If you think the listener is always right, you're far from the right place.
Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works!
Hosted by a Northeasterner by birth, but a rebel by choice.
Are you threatening me?
If you want a host that floats between love and madness,
and we know the night is always gonna be here anyway. Thinking of you's working up my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight.
then play on and listen to Crazy Train Radio.
All right, guys, listen to this blues riff and B. Watch me for the changes and try and keep up, okay?
Warning, creators of this game do understand the subject matter may be offensive to some, but they do honor the families and people that have been affected by these real-life tragedies that these individuals have caused. Want to play a game?
Oh, yeah!
Lover of true crime?
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, we got an interesting game for you to check out.
Wow.
With the mashup of influences such as horror movies, collecting cards, and RPGs.
What?
Led to giving birth to an incredible creation of this game, Killers, the card game.
You are all I killed with now.
This game is a collectible trading card game featuring some of the most infamous killers, with tidbits of trivia on the back of each card to help you learn some insight to each criminal.
Who the hell are you?
Let's not forget, during the game, cops will be chasing you and these criminals.
I'm a cop, you idiot!
However, check out their website listed through all social media today, which can be found under Killers, the card game.
Am I on the internet?
I want to play a game.
Hey guys, I'm Courtney Lynn. And I'm Quinn, and you are listening to Crazy Train Radio.
They say these are the best days. We don't know it till they're gone.
Hey folks, it's your least favorite host in the podcast world, Croc, Jonathan Steele. And boy, do we have a good one for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, these next guests are Americana-folk duo that just released their catchy new single, Found My Love, that was recorded at Nashville's Off the Row Studios. This is a feel-good song about falling in love that also sports a compelling, fun groove with a beautifully layered harmonies and undeniable retro feel, much like that of a 70s pop light rock feel. Let's welcome married front women Courtney Lynn and Quinn. Ladies, how are we doing?
Great.
Awesome. Before we jump into things, I know you guys have been traveling. Are we home? Are we still out in Alaska? Where are we?
Well, we're no longer in beautiful Alaska, unfortunately, but we are not home. We are actually in Indiana right now. So we're all over the place.
Why Indiana, if I can ask?
Oh boy, long story, but the shortened version is my family lives here, and we also travel quite a bit in a travel trailer, and we're getting it serviced here, so, fun adult things. Yeah.
What?
Go figure. Now, I guess I will start here respectfully. Courtney is from Greenfield, Indiana, where Quinn is from Wilmington, North Kakalaki, but now call Wilmington home. So a little background besides the intro. They both initially were in the Charlotte area, performing separately, doing their own style of music, with Courtney Lynn being more the indie folk singer-songwriter style, and Quinn being the, I guess you would call, the more soulful, raspy compliment. Do I have that? Am I right on track here?
Absolutely. Yep, that's it.
All right, so we'll go professional for a second, and we'll dive into the personal. We'll mix around here. But for you guys, what led to getting into music and trying to make it a go of it?
So I've always been on the track to try to be in performance one way or another. I started out as a professional dancer in New York City, have always kind of been involved with theater and music in some way or another, and then started kind of getting into more like live performance music when I lived in New York, and then I moved to LA and joined a band there too. And then that's actually when I met Courtney, and we were just friends, and she was just sort of just a singer-songwriter. I was like a very much happy writing songs on my bed in the bedroom and never singing or performing to anybody. And Quinn kind of like pushed me off the cliff, and I haven't fallen in love with the free fall, I guess. Yeah, I kind of basically was like, okay, your writing and your vocals are so beautiful. People need to hear this, so you're going to get on the stage with me. Pretty much.
Now, this might make me sound sadistic or whatever, but before she tried to push you off the cliff, and I don't know if this was before or after we were married, but was there life insurance in place?
No, but there is now. Yeah, so we got it covered.
Yeah, I got your money.
Logistical question. I'm not CSI or anything like that. It's usually the first question: who's claiming the life insurance? But but I will say this, and I heard this in another chat, but correct me if I'm wrong. The story I heard was Quinn apparently came out upside down, was considered a performer according to her mother right off the bat, where from that first breath, it was like, I am ready.
Wow. Pretty much. Yep. Her mom jokes all the time. Quinn came out brow, which means her face is, forward. She's like, yep, she had to be the star of the show right out of the way. Right out the gate. Just look at me.
Making a grand entrance. So
that's right. Yep. That's been me. It's I don't know. I love it. It makes me feel more alive than anything else in the world. So that's just part of my life.
Oh boy. So why don't we go ahead and put Found My Love right here?
Okay.
They say these are the best days. We don't know it till they're gone. And I move with you like the rock in my step. Anywhere you go, I'm home. I think I might have found my love.
After Found My Love. Definitely interesting song, good concept as we mentioned. 70s pop rock. So would you say you guys are the yin to the yang, and how is that?
Absolutely.
In every way.
In every single way. Professionally, personally, emotionally.
In our marriage, in our music, all of it. It's very much a yin and yang relationship that works out pretty well for us, I think.
Yeah, I know this might sound a little funny because of the name of this show, but I find myself to always kind of be living on the crazy train of life. And Courtney has her like balanced, mellow, slow train, and she kind of helps me balance myself out.
Well, just let me know the PayPal so I can slide a few bucks your way for the obvious plug. Might as well. It'll help with the vehicle restoration.
There we go. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, so it comes full circle, folks. So let's see. Got together 2018 professionally. Then there was Remiss in 2020, followed by Reminiscing, and now the song we just played. So how would you describe your evolution of things?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. It's interesting because, as you mentioned a little earlier, like we did kind of start on our own like separate tracks a little bit. As a matter of fact, like Courtney has her own like solo album out on Spotify under Courtney Lynn, and I feel like the style of music has just a little bit of evolution behind it in our styles merging. Like hers was a little bit more folk, pop, country sort of in the beginning, and then like when we got together, I felt like there was a little bit more soul and grit sort of coming into it. And now I feel like we're just trying to merge a sense of like love and fun and and
we've never been like overly concerned with our sound or how to describe it. We just want to make music that we love and that we're proud of and that connects with us at the moment we're at in life. So if you listen to Remiss, that album, you know, a lot of the writing I was doing for that album was a direct reflection of some kind of, you know, emotional processing I was doing in a lot of different ways. And you can hear it's a little bit more gritty. It's a little bit more like emotional. Some of the themes are kind of emotional and deep. And then coming out of that with
Reminiscing,
still deeper, you know, themes and darker themes there, but a little bit more energy behind it. And then Found My Love, I think we're just in this place right now where we're really happy with life and what we're doing and we're happy with each other. And you're seeing that in the music. Found My Love is different, you know, than anything we've put out so far. It definitely has a different style and sound to it. And I was a little worried about that at the beginning. Like, are we getting too far away from, you know, the genre people perceive us in? And Quinn has always been like, don't overthink it. You know, let's just make music we love.
Well, my thought on that too is like to be, you know, not to come across in any kind of way, but the brand is Courtney Lynn and I together. So I think our voices are what makes our style. I think our vocals together and harmonizing together is really what makes our style. And so like, to me, it doesn't matter if we write more of like a rocky tune or a soulful tune or a folky tune. Our voices are really what make us Courtney Lynn and Quinn. And that's what people always speak to us on. And so I think exploring different genres and styles is actually fun and exciting. And it makes the music come alive to me anyway.
Let's go ahead and put Reminiscing in here because we're going to do multiple drops in here, folks.
Ooh. baby, I'm trying to look out for you. And I've been trying to be patient, but I've been wondering lately. Maybe it's past time to stand up, give up, and let go of you. I don't wanna get lost, I don't wanna give in. You're spinning around again. Too many times in and out of my life. I'm walking away from this. I just want you to come and bring me close. I just want you to come and bring me close. I just want you to come and bring me close. Bring me closer. I just want you to come and bring me close. I want you now. I don't wanna get lost. I don't wanna give in. You're spinning around again. Too many times in and out of my life. I'm walking away from this. I don't wanna get lost. I don't wanna give in. You're spinning around again. Too many times in and out of my life. I'm walking away from this.
Coming out of reminiscing. Now, obviously, you mentioned you guys are a married couple. So, when did we get together personally, and how long have you been married?
We're coming up on 5 years this October, actually, which is crazy. I can't believe it. It feels wild that it's been that long. But, we actually met each other in 2013. 12. I always do that. 2012.
She doesn't know when we met. It stands out to me, but not to her.
Hence the pushing off the cliff earlier, folks.
Yeah. So 2012 we met, and we actually just instantly became friends. Like, there was not like really any romantic things going on, and we just connected very closely as friends. And I stayed in LA for 2 years while she had moved to Phoenix, actually. And then I kind of wanted to get out of LA, and was expressing that to her over the phone one day. And she was like, well, I can help you get a job down in Phoenix if you're interested in Phoenix. And I was like, I don't know what I'm interested in. I just need to get out of LA. And so I made the move to Phoenix, and we reconnected as friends. And then in 2015 is really when we started realizing that there was something deeper and more loving there. And we started dating, and then we got married in 2018.
With that being said, with a nice, let's say, 10, 11 years in total for the whole spectrum so far, what is the one thing that you would say stands out that you like about each other, but also on the flip side? Is there something, because obviously you work together, you live together, just the whole gamut. Is there something that you have a pet peeve about each other, that when Quinn does this, or Courtney Lynn leaves her towels all over the place, or toiletries, or this, that one little thing that nitpicks each other?
Oh yeah, mine is
no hesitation.
Oh yeah, you already know what I'm gonna say. Courtney, I started saying that there is a drawer / bottle cap elf in our house, because I will find drawers just left open, and caps like from her contacts case, or like from like a medicine bottle just like open on the counter, and the medicine open on the counter. And I'm like, oh, the drawer elf came again today. And she's just like, oh my God, leave me alone. I'm like, just shut the drawer, just close it, just put the caps on.
It's so weird because I am like by far the more tidy one in the relationship.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to, I don't know. I think something happens, I get distracted and I just forget to close those drawers.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Oh gosh. I think for me, like the thing that is most abrasive sometimes, but at the same exact time, the thing that I love the most about Quinn is her energy level. I mean, this girl, when people say like she came out face first, ready for the world, it is not an understatement. She is full of energy. She wakes up in the morning, eyes wide open, and is already like, yeah, I was just thinking we could do this and this and this today. She's singing and dancing, and I'm like, I need a coffee. It's so,
Yeah.
I love that about her, but it is also sometimes like, whoa, you never stop.
I exhaust her.
Yeah. Can I go to the bathroom and get some caffeine in me first before we...
Yeah, exactly. On the flip side, I think one of the things that I admire the most about Courtney is her ability to have empathy and insight and perspective with everyone in the world. I mean, we can be in a situation where even maybe I'm having a hard time like understanding someone's perspective and I'm confused by it. She'll be like, well, think about it like this or think about it like that. And I just admire that so much because I feel like sometimes in a world that's very fast paced and rushing, it's easy to not try to understand someone else, but it's very difficult to take yourself out of the picture and take your own emotions out of the picture and really try to understand another perspective. And she does that beautifully all the time. So I think that's one of the things that I admire the most for sure. Thank you. You're welcome.
What did you think I would do at this moment?
Objection.
Overruled.
Nice. So, performing live, how would you describe the energy there? Whether it's 100 people or 10,000 people, how would you describe that?
Well, if we're talking about Quinn's energy, it's just there all the time. I think really for her, from my point of view, your excitement and performance does not change.
No.
It's if you're singing for 10 people in the backyard or we're singing at a festival for 10,000 people, like her performance is the same. And I think that's because that's what really fills her up. Correct me if I'm speaking for you.
No, you're right. Yeah,
I think for me, like I'm more, energized by different types of crowds for sure. But I always am trying to connect with the audience, and that's what's really important to me is like this emotional connection between me and you. Like I want to share these stories with you, and I my hope is always that someone is able to get something out of that, and whether it's just a break from their life or they are actually connecting with the message of the song. Yeah, I think the combination of those two things really works for us.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
Well, with that being said, it might be perfect to put in the third little drop here in Tired.
Sure.
I've been waiting all night up for you. You never call me, but you won't say it through. I'm so tired. I'm so damn tired of you. You gave me something, but you can't have it back. You don't get it and you don't think that I'm so tired. I'm so damn tired of you. I just can't walk away, no. I just can't let you know the things I'm thinking in my head. I don't know how to stay, but the pain is worth it anyway. It's not easy being justified in my anger, 'cause you've been telling lies and let's not fight. I don't want you anymore. I just can't walk away, no. I just can't let you know the things I'm thinking in my head. I don't know how to stay. I just can't walk away, no. I just can't let you know the thing I'm thinking in my head. I don't know how to stay, but the pain is worth it anyway. I just can't walk away, no. I just can't let you know the thing I'm thinking in my head. I don't know how to stay, but the pain is worth it anyway.
So, coming out of Tired, final question for you. I'm curious to know, what is the process in putting the music together?
That has also evolved quite a bit. In the beginning, to be honest, like a lot of the music was Courtney would have a moment to herself and like write an entire song, and then she would say like, I wrote a new song, and then I would come into the picture and I'd be like, oh, okay, so like I can add some harmonies here, I can add like some little filler spots here, and that's kind of how the process in the beginning worked, and it still works like that sometimes. But I think more and more we're trying to like co-write. Like I had some parts to do with Reminiscing. I wrote the chorus on that. And then like in Fire, I wrote my verse, and, you know, we built that together a little bit more. So yeah, it has evolved a little bit, but she's the musician as far as like the instrumentation. Like I don't play an instrument. I just play my vocal cords, which is what I tell people. And so for her, she starts, you know, with the guitar, and she kind of finds a chord pattern and a melody pattern and kind of builds on that. And then we sort of alternate the writing process, I would say. Yeah.
I did hear in that other conversation I referenced earlier that, and I don't mean this in a bad way because I believe it was your own words, but Courtney finds there might be a little bit of OCD there in her process of putting things together. True?
Yeah, yes. Absolutely.
Yes. It's sometimes challenging because she has such emotional attachment to a lot of the stuff that she writes that it's hard for her to release some of that.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been like quite this blunt about it, but I think it's important. You know, I joke about the OCD thing, but that is a legitimate like part of my life, and I can sometimes become possessive of like my way of doing things, and like, no, this is how it should be done, and I get like very attached to that. And so when it's disrupted at all, I feel like stressed out. And so that's something I'm personally working on, is like, okay, let's relinquish a little bit of control here and allow the creativity to, you know, expand beyond what I'm capable of doing. And in that, you end up getting a more beautiful product, or at least learning something along the way. And so I'm really trying to like let loose and let go and let other people come into that process with me and not be, you know, so possessive of it.
Right on. Well, obviously you guys heard them chat a little bit, heard some of the music. So check out the links provided below on all outlets. Ladies, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much.
Also, I would like to mention, if it's okay, we do have another single coming out very soon. So if you like the music and you like what you've heard today on the show, please stay tuned, because we have some more singles coming out, and we're super excited because we got to record with Off the Roast Studio, and they were just amazing. And I am so excited about the quality of sound that we're putting out with these guys. So stay tuned, y'all.
I believe they call that a tease, folks. But ladies, thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Hey there, Friday fans. We know how much you enjoy the movies. Enjoy grabbing your Friday merchandise and interacting with the Friday family, whether it be at conventions or during our particular watch-alongs. Well, when you're looking to get yourself masks, why not check out our friends over at Camp Blood Customs? out of New York State and order your specific custom mask from any of the films. All orders are made specifically. Your needs and wants are. Make sure you find Camp Blood Customs on Facebook, Instagram, and all over social media and order yours today.
Hey you guys, this is Allie Pauline, and you are listening to Crazy Train Radio.